There's a painful lesson that almost everyone has to learn eventually. Nobody is coming to save you. And sometimes, nobody cares as much as you hope they would. You can disappear for weeks, and the world keeps moving. You can struggle silently, and most people won't even know. You can have dreams, and nobody may understand them. You can work through the night, and nobody applauds. You can fail, and life doesn't stop. At first, that realization hurts. You wonder, why doesn't anyone care? Why doesn't anyone notice? Why doesn't anyone believe in me? But eventually, you understand something powerful. You were never supposed to build your life around other people's attention. Their approval was never the goal. Their applause was never the reward. Your job was always to become strong enough to carry yourself. So if nobody is cheering today, keep going. If nobody believes in you, believe in yourself enough to begin. If nobody notices your struggle, let your results speak later. Because sometimes, the loneliest chapter of your life is a chapter where you build the strongest version of yourself. He used to wait. Wait for someone to notice. Wait for someone to encourage him. Wait for someone to say, "You can do this." But nobody came. So eventually, he stopped waiting. And that was the beginning. Because if your motivation depends on someone checking on you, you'll quit when they stop. If your confidence depends on compliments, you'll collapse when the compliments disappear. If your discipline depends on someone watching, you'll stop when nobody is around. Real strength begins when you can do the right thing, even when nobody knows. Go to the gym when nobody asks if you went. Study when nobody cares about your grades. Build your business when nobody understands it. Save your money when nobody sees the sacrifice. Improve yourself when nobody notices. That's where character is built, not in public. In private, the world eventually sees a result. But first, you have to survive the invisible work. You can spend your entire life trying to prove that you're worth something. Posting, explaining, showing off, seeking approval, trying to make people jealous, trying to make someone regret losing you, trying to make strangers admire you. But here's the truth. You don't need to be impressive to everyone. You need to respect yourself, because validation is addictive. One compliment, then you want another. One like, then you need 10 more. One person tells you you're special, and suddenly your mood depends on them. That's not freedom. That's dependence. Stop asking, do they like me? Ask, do I like who I'm becoming? Stop asking, do they think I'm successful? Ask, am I doing the work? Stop asking, why didn't they choose me? Ask, why am I still choosing someone who doesn't choose me? Your worth doesn't increase because someone notices it, and it doesn't disappear because someone doesn't. Know who you are. Build your character. Build your skills. Build your discipline. Here's another hard truth. Sometimes, people won't believe in the version of you that hasn't happened yet. They remember who you were. The person who quit. The person who procrastinated. The person who had no direction. The person who talked, but didn't act. So when you say, "I'm changing," they may laugh. Let them. You don't need to convince them. Show them, not with words, with consistency. You don't need to announce your comeback. Build it quietly. You don't need to tell everyone you're disciplined. Become disciplined. You don't need to tell everyone you're successful. Create something valuable. You don't need to tell people you're different. Live differently, because eventually your results become louder than your explanations, and the people who once ignored you may eventually ask, "How did you do it?" You won't need to answer. Your life will answer for you. There will be seasons when you have to walk alone, not because you're better than everyone, not because you don't need people, but because your path may require solitude. Some goals require focus. Some transformations require distance. Some chapters require silence. And being alone is not the same as being abandoned. Sometimes, being alone is where you finally hear yourself. You discover what you actually want. You discover what you actually believe. You discover how much noise you allowed into your life. And you learn something important. You can enjoy your own company. You can eat alone, work alone, travel alone, train alone, build alone, think alone, and still be okay. You don't need a crowd to validate your direction. Sometimes the crowd is a distraction. Walk your path and let the right people find you along the way. Stop begging people to choose you. Choose yourself. If someone doesn't value you, don't spend years trying to convince them. If a company rejects you, improve your skills and find another door. If someone leaves, let them leave with dignity. If someone doesn't believe in your dream, build it anyway, because there's a dangerous habit of making other people's decisions your responsibility. They don't choose you, you collapse. They reject you, you question yourself. They criticize you, you change who you are. They leave, you chase them. Stop. Their decision belongs to them. Your response belongs to you. You don't need everyone to choose you. You need to choose yourself. Every single day. Choose discipline. Choose growth. Choose self-respect. Choose your future. And eventually, you become someone who doesn't need to beg for access to anyone's life. The most powerful response isn't an argument. It's transformation. Don't waste your energy trying to prove people wrong. Use that energy to prove yourself right. Right that you can change. Right that you can become disciplined. Right that you can build something. Right that you can recover. Right that you can become stronger. Right that your past doesn't control your future. Let them underestimate you. Let them misunderstand you. Let them walk away. Let them talk. You keep working, because while they are talking, you're building. While they are watching, you're learning. While they are judging, you're improving. And while they think nothing is happening, everything is changing. Quiet work creates loud results. And eventually, you won't need to explain yourself anymore. Your life will become the explanation. Maybe nobody cares as much as you wanted them to. Maybe some people will never understand you. Maybe some people will leave. Maybe some people will never believe in your dream. And yes, that can hurt, but don't let that realization destroy you. Let it free you, because once you stop expecting everyone to carry your dreams, you become responsible for them. Once you stop needing everyone to understand you, you become free to become yourself. Once you stop chasing approval, you can finally focus on progress. And once you stop waiting for someone to rescue you, you discover something incredible. You are capable of carrying yourself. You can encourage yourself. You can discipline yourself. You can pick yourself up. You can start again. You can become stronger. You can build your future. And yes, you can still love people. You can still have friends. You can still build meaningful relationships. You can still ask for help when you need it. But you no longer make your entire identity dependent on whether people notice you. That's a difference. You don't become cold. You become grounded. You don't stop caring. You stop begging to be cared about. You don't stop loving. You stop abandoning yourself to keep someone else. You don't stop needing people. You simply stop needing their approval to know your worth. So if you're in a season when nobody seems to notice, keep going. If nobody applauds, keep going. If nobody understands, keep going. If people doubt you, keep going. If you're building quietly, keep going. Because one day, the person you are becoming will look back at this chapter and understand why it had to be lonely. You needed the silence. You needed the rejection. You needed the disappointment. You needed the nights when nobody came, because those were the nights you learned to stand on your own. And maybe that's what you need right now. Not another person to rescue you. Not another compliment. Not another notification. Not another person telling you that you're enough. You need to look in the mirror and decide, I'm not abandoning myself anymore. From today, you work, you grow, you learn, you build, you protect your peace, you choose yourself, and you stop measuring your value by who notices, because the world doesn't owe you attention, but you owe yourself your best effort. So become valuable, become disciplined, become mentally strong, become someone you're proud to be, even when nobody is watching. And remember, the goal isn't to make everybody care about you. The goal is to build a life that you care deeply about. That's when everything changes. Because when you stop chasing attention, you start building substance. When you stop seeking approval, you start building confidence. When you stop begging people to stay, you start building self-respect. And when you stop waiting for someone to save you, you finally start saving yourself. Nobody has to believe in you first. You believe, you begin, you work, you become, and eventually the results will speak. Don't chase the crowd. Build yourself. Let the right people find you. And above everything, never abandon yourself just because someone else doesn't see your value. Final on-screen text. Stop chasing approval. Start building yourself. Your life is your proof. Elevate mindset.